peeps. So this is the look I am doing today. It's a little purple and orange cut crease. And if you want to see how crazy this look, then just watch it. Guess I'm just playdating. Okay, so I'm gonna first start with my brows. So I'm gonna use this Pears soap. That stinks. And I'm gonna just spray some Fix Plus on there. And I'm just gonna take a spoolie, just like a disposable one. And I'm gonna just brush it through my brows. I love how this came out in my last video. So I'm gonna do it again because I love it. Love it. Okay, great. Dunsies. See? Easy lemon squeezy. And I'll complete my brows later on when they have dried. So for the eye base. So I'm gonna just take this Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I'm gonna just put it as a base for my eyes. You only need a little bit. Not too much. I'm just tapping that out with my finger. Stazzy, done it, yes. So I'm gonna take this James Charles palette, which I don't like, but I like the colors in it. Like this, the eyeshadows in this palette always come out patchy. I don't know why people rave about it. So, wish me luck. So I'm gonna take this dark purple. I'm gonna take this Peaches and Cream PC39 brush. And I'm gonna just pack it on. So I'm gonna start from the inner corner of my eye here. And I'm gonna just go in a circle. It'll go around my eye. And we'll just shape it in the shape that actually I want. She ended up with a little semicircle. Let me do the other eye. This brush is so good to like just pack on a pigment. Hee hee. So far, so good. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take this shade here, this pink one. I'm gonna just blend the color just over the purple and blend it all together, and then I'm gonna blend all that pink out. I'm gonna just rub off any excess of this brush. I'm gonna take the same brush that I used the purple, I'm used for the pink, because I need a fine brush. I need to buy more of these brushes because I just love this one. Now I'm gonna just pack the pigment just above it, and while I pack above it, I'm gonna be blending the purple and the pink together. Also try and keep it in that semicircle. Try not to go too high up so you have space between the eyebrow and the eyeshadow, so you have space for blending. When the time is right, we shall blend. And if this palette does me dirty, that's it. It's out of my life. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take first purple shade I had, and I'm going to just make sure that the purple isn't gone and it's like still there and blended nicely with that pink. Okay, so we are now here. Now we're gonna blend. I'm taking this Sigma E36 brush, which is a really nice fine brush. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into that pink I just used, and we're gonna blend. Wish me luck. I'm literally just blending on the edge of that line. Oh, she's looking cute. So now that's done after a lot of blending. I think it's blended out okay. What do you think? So I have this tiny little brush. It's got no name on it. Then what I want to do is I want to cut my crease. So what I'm going to take that same concealer and I'm going to Just do it just above my crease. When I finish doing this makeup look, I'm gonna go watch that. What's that show? The one's on Netflix about Jeffrey Epstein. I'm really intrigued. What is the deal with this man? All the scandalous stuff. 2020 just been throwing things at you, ain't it? Have you guys seen that thing on the Wayfair conspiracy theory? That literally blew my mind. I really believe it is true. So for any of you who don't know, there is this theory that they are secretly child trafficking on the website. So like there'll be like normal ordinary furniture, like plain white like wardrobes that are just like normal, and there'll be like multiple of the same picture, but it will have different girls' names, and there will be like $10,000, $13,000, $15,000, just like the most basic furniture. There's also one of the pillows. It actually was like a generic small pillow, like a pillow like this, like a small pillow, and they were looking for like 10,000, and they were named after girls who have gone missing. And then on top of it, which is even more shady, is Wayfair denied it, but instead of them just being okay, yeah, it's not true, they took all the items off the website. Like, if it's not true, why take it off the website? A little fishy, don't you think? 100% dodgy business going on over there. And then people are saying that we're finding the same things on Amazon. Google it, you'll see, and you tell me if it's true or not. I'll cut my crease. You can use any concealer brush to do the crease, by the way. And I'm just gonna set that crease with some translucent powder. I'm gonna use this RCMA translucent powder. I don't get how people feel like they have the power to take away someone else's life. What makes you think, yeah, let me just kidnap another person and sell them to make money off of them? Like, you must be so psycho in the brain to think you have control over someone else's life. Confuses my brain. My little brain is like trying to work it out. Just don't get it. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing it, but I'm not actually thinking about what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna take that same purple and I'm just gonna cut it into that crease. Like this, I'll show you. Like this. Simple dimple. And then I'm gonna take that same pink. I'm gonna go from this color. I'm gonna take the pink one after. I'm using the same brush all along, by the way. This tiny PC39 brush, and I just dust it off. It's like the perfect size to get in that little... I just want to have a nice gradient. So just a little bit, but not putting too much. And then just make sure you keep blending as you go. Also, when you want to follow me on Insta, Lydia de Gruvier. That's where I'm at, boys and girls. What else has been happening this week? Kanye West going for president. That was a good one. I find it so crazy. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going for president, and then he drags his own family. Like, he's busy dragging Kim and Chris. I feel bad for Kim though, because she's actually stuck by him, and he's probably full on like rinsing her and talking all this nonsense about, oh yeah, divorce and things like that, and oh yeah, like, oh, she wanted to lock me up, but she's kept her composure in the public. Well, to be fair, she has to, but she's sticking by him, she's sticking by her man. I hope things get better for that. She's a very strong person for sticking by his side. So I'm sure a lot of people would have probably cracked and not been able to deal with someone with mental health issues that like sometimes would hurt you, because it must be really hard for her to hear things that he says, and obviously she should know that he doesn't actually mean that. He's just saying things. So I'm gonna take this dark orange here, and I'm gonna take the light orange, okay? You got it? I'm just taking that pink that I did previously, the light pink, and I'm just making sure that it's nicely blended between the orange and the pink. And then I'm going to take that light orange. And I'm not going to keep this one in the line, I'm literally going to do a little diagonal with the colour. What happy things have been happening in the news? Oh yeah, Nicki Minaj, she's having a baby. Go Nicki. Even though I am Team Cardi, sorry not sorry. I'm not really one of those people who like die-hard fans for singers. Like, when I was younger, I would say, I was like a little obsessed with Britney Spears when I was a teenager. Also Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne was such like a teenage vibe. But otherwise, I don't have like a specific person who I'm like, oh my god, so much, I listen to every single thing. Like, I do listen to like most of Beyonce stuff, to be fair. But I'm just chill with it. I'm not like a massive fan of any singers at the moment. Like, it is what it is. Like, you have a good song, cool. I'm not gonna be like, I'm actually impressed, this eyeshadow never went patchy. Literally the colours in this palette, I would say the shimmers are trash. The pale colours are really bad. Like the pastel colours, like the white and the baby pink and that type of colours, they are not good. But like the dark colours are okay. Like, what happened to Morphe, man? Morphe used to be literally so good. Like, you could buy anything and you knew it was going to be top quality. But ever since this palette, just disappointment. And everyone hypes about it. I literally bought it because everyone was like, oh my word, James Charles palette. I'm literally just going over the same colours now just to make sure it's all pigmented and popping, and I'm just making sure I'm bringing all the colour back into all the shades I put down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really pale shade here, this nudie one, and I'm just going to dust it on the inside bits of the eye. So I'm going to take this PC07 brush. It's a clean brush. Okay, so now we're done doing this eyes, finally. So for my lashes, I'm going to be using these ones. So these are the Prima lashes. This is in the style Fifi. They look like this. I'm going to just trim them to my eye quickly. Remember, always when you're trimming lashes, you always trim it from the bigger side. Okay, so I'm going to take some mascara. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Telescopic. Then I'm going to put these lashes on. I don't know if I like these lashes. I did cut them a bit too short. They actually fit the eye nicely though. So we're looking like this. Let's do the skin. Okay, for my skin, I'm gonna use this Embryloisse Late Creme Concentrate. This is not good for people with oily skin, in my opinion. But I'm literally gonna just use it. It's very fragrant. I'm going to use a mattifying primer over it. I'm going to take this Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer, and I'm going to just put it in my T-zone. So I'm going to try this, the Ordinary foundation. Never tried it before. I'm in the shade 2.0 YG. I literally had to color match myself from the internet So wish me luck. Hope this matches me. Looks a bit pale. And I'm going to use this Morphe brush. There's a name on this one, it came from my set, but they do have, I think, is it M6? I might be wrong, but that's what it looks like. They have the exact similar brushes on their website. Oh, isn't that bad, the shade? I feel like me trying out this foundation for the first time with this cream wasn't the smartest choice, but not a problem. And this foundation is so cheap. It's actually £5 something. Buy-in. I feel like I look like a greasy mess. That cream, I think, is better for people with dry skin, in all honesty, because it just sits on top of my skin. I'm gonna just take this PC18 brush and I'm gonna just blend it right here by my brows. When I do my foundation, I always like to pat most of it. Like you're looking a hot mess. Let's just work with it. See where life takes us, you know. And worst comes to worst, we could just take it off and do it again. But I don't want to do that. I'm not in the mood. Oh. Can I do some concealer? Taking my same Too Faced Born This Way. The foundation goes on really pale onto the skin, and then it goes a bit darker. It's oxidizing. I'm taking that same PC brush and I'm just gonna blend this concealer out. When I do my concealer, I always do it in the order I want it to be less coverage, if that makes sense. Because obviously the longer you leave the concealer on, the more thicker it gets. So I always leave the under eye bit, the last bit to do. And then I just bring it up my nose like this a bit. And then drag it down to the side. Be careful around the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna take this LA Gold Pro Concealer, and I got this in the shade Beautiful Bronze. Put it at the back of my hand because I don't want to put too much at one go. I'm literally gonna just take a Morphe M166 brush. Oh, this brush really spikes my face. I'm just gonna put this here. Like this. Let's try the big brush first. I'm gonna take this Morphe E8 brush. I'm just gonna blend it out. A little contour. I'm gonna just quickly because I think it's drying fast. Oh nuts. My forehead is looking tanned. It's a really nice colour. Okay, should I contour my nose? Should I do it? I'm literally going to put 3 little dotties there, tiny dotties. So I'm going to just use this Morphe E62 brush. Hopefully this will work. Place powder. I'm going to just take this Peaches and Cream PC10 brush. I'm taking my Laura Mercier powder. And I'm going to just set underneath my eye. Cool. Let's hit the rest of my skin. I'm taking my Easy Bake powder. And this is in the shade Cupcake. And it smells lovely. It smells like my auntie. And I'm just gonna lightly set my skin. It's not a wow foundation, like, it's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just finish my under eyes. So I'm gonna take the same palette and I'm gonna take a small smudge brush like this. This has no name to it, but it's called a smudge brush. I know that. It's a Morphe one, this one. So I'm gonna first start. I'm gonna take the dark purple and I'm gonna take this pink one over here, the top one here. First start with the purple. And I'm gonna just put it halfway across my eye. And then I'm gonna take that pink and go over it. I'm gonna just make sure it's all blended in with the side. Then I'm gonna just take that light orange that I originally took. Oopsie. The light orange. And I'm gonna just place it here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna just go back in with that Sigma E36 brush. I'm not taking any pigment, I'm just gonna take whatever's there and just blend everything nicely together. So I'm gonna take this Burberry one, I know, a bit bougie. It's Jet Black #1. Another great, if you want like a good alternative, the L'Oreal eye kohls are really good quality. I don't have a black one in them. I have a dark brown, but I don't want a dark brown, so I have to use this. I'm gonna just put in my waterline. Like that. And then I'm gonna just take my mascara and just put mascara on my bottom lashes. And that is the oils done. And also this Burberry liner, it does not budge. It stays in the waterline all day. This is why I use it and that's why I love it. I'm gonna just take my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade number 5. I'm just gonna... I don't do anything too drastic to my eyebrows. And then for bronzer, I'm taking the MAC Mineralize powder in the shade Dark Tan. This just runs up my skin. Like so. And then blusher. I'm gonna use this Nars blusher in the shade Amour. I literally am obsessed with like pink blushes at the moment. Like there was a time where I used to only wear like peachy ones. And now it's all about that pink. And this is a Peaches and Cream PC15 brush. So I'm gonna just clean up this under my face here with my powder. I'm taking the Huda powder again. Huda Beauty. This foundation, I just realized, I was just thinking, this foundation didn't say if it was matte or if it was dewy or what. You just said like a full coverage foundation. And then I'm gonna put some highlighter. I'm gonna take this Becca highlighter. This is in the shade Opal. I'm gonna take this PC17 brush. I'm gonna just put a little at a time, a little by little. If you have texture on your skin, the best thing you want is to keep it matte because highlighters do enhance any texture. So like I'll have like, if I have like a little pimply or whatever on my face, I won't put a highlighter on it. Oh, she looking cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Spice lip liner from MAC. This foundation is not looking good in these areas, and it did not cover up my little pimple over there. Bravo. The one thing that I don't trust is, I don't trust when skincare brands do makeup, I don't trust their makeup, and when beauty brands, makeup brands do skincare, I don't trust their skincare. I don't know why. I just feel like you can't specialize in both. I like to lip line just above the lip line. Give me a nice fuller lip. Now I'm going to take this Doll Beauty lipstick in the shade C'est la Vie. C'est la Vie! That's fresh from the griddle. It's a really nice peachy colour. I'm going to do some setting spray. I'm going to take the Morphe Continuous Mist. And this is the finished look. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.